Hi friends, welcome to WebChamp. In this video, I'm going to discuss how we can perform the transformations on the text type data and transformations on the date time data. So say if I load the data, so data columns can be of either of type like integer or numerical type, I can say, then date time type, I can say, and text type data, I can say. Okay, so here if I show you, I have loaded one data set, and if I print the data frame, so this gives me the brief idea. Okay, so this is what something a column and which is of particular data type. Okay, so here if I show you the order date, delivery date, so they are also sitting in the one of the format. So if you want to see what kind of data types, so I can use these D types. Okay, so if I say D types, when it comes to object, meaning when it says the data type of that specific column is object, that is nothing but it is an array of numpy. But let's say if you want to convert this, if you want to convert this into the specific type or string D type, what you can do, you can either use the method, that method name is called convert underscore D types. Okay, and if I run this, so here you will be able to see that now my data set or data types, column data types are looks like proper. So it is already up in the, when it says object, even you can consider that is a part of string, but that is not a Pythonic, that is numpy array kind of representation. So here, if you know the data type of that column, you will be able to decide what kind of operations you have to perform, or you will be able to perform. See here, my order date is in the form of text. I cannot perform the numerical, meaning date time operations on this data, right? So what I need to do is I need to convert this to a specific date time. So for that purpose, what I will do, I will say panda dot to date time. I'm just trying to use this function if this works, and I'm just trying to parse. Okay, so in case of arguments, I have to pass the date time scalar or array or dict convertible. So here I'm going to pass data frame of order date. If I run this, now you can see that this is in the form of date time. And if I try to see the D type or D types, you can see that it is saying MS or NS8, but yes, which is of type date time. Okay. So now our data, so this is how we can convert. And if I say df is equal to, actually this is not a df, this is a single column. So I will say series s is equal to, and then if I say s dot d types, okay, numpy dot d type date time 64 object has no attribute. Okay, so this is a date time object, right? So here we got a confirmation that this column is in now date time format. Once your data is in proper format, you will be able to perform the specific operation. So now what I will do, I will say here df of, I'm just going to replace that column, and order date is equal to this. Right. So now if I say df, here you can see that my dates are in date time format. Now data is in proper format. But what is my question is, how we can work with the date time and text type operation. So if you want to perform any text operation, meaning the string type operation on the data, so what you can do is you can select the series meaning select the column. How to select the column? So if I select if I select a specific column called customer ID, right? So this is what my selection of column. This is of type text, so you can, even if you want to see d types, you will be able to check. So it is of type object, so this is how it works for the series. And since this is in the form of text, you will be able to use .str the function. So I will say len, length of each customer ID 888. So here I can take the length. So very basic function I used here as a length, but we have lots of functions and lots of activities. So what we can do, we can make the transformations. I use the len, but if you want to convert everything, like, look, let me data frame of customer ID. If I run this, so here everything is in, meaning that these characters are in capital. So if you want to convert this to lower, so you can use the lower function. So I listed down all the functions here, and if I say lower, so it will convert. Okay, so here you can CG, DV. So earlier this was in block letters, now it is in small cap letters. So this is what the one way of transformation. So then if you want to perform the uppercase, lowercase, and then if you want to remove the space around it, you will be able to do that also. So these methods you can use. So if you use strip methods, so it will help you to remove the space. If there is a space, if you face some kind of issues because of the space in the column values, before or after the, or leading or telling side of the text, you can use strip method to remove the space. Okay, so what I will do, I will add space, but we need to create then another data frame. Okay, so instead of that, I will just write the method here. If you use this method, it will helps to remove the space. Okay, then next method is, if you want to remove the space from left side or right side, you will be able to use L strip or R strip. Then there is something called replace. If you want to perform the replace, okay, let's say I wanted to replace this CG with AA. So this is what my column. So every time you have to perform the operation on the column. Okay, so if I say replace, okay, let me run this. Since I did not pass anything, I'm just trying to open the method definition. Missing two. Okay, pattern and what should be the replace. So if I try to see a definition of this, let me restart the kernel. And then if I say, okay, this is what my replace. Okay, this is the method. Okay, and I'm not getting the definition for this method, but ideally it should work. Okay, none of the definition is working. So I just wanted to see the signature, but here I can say it is first argument is pattern, or I can say old value. So if I say this is of CG, I would like to replace this with AA, and let's try this whether this works or not. And here you can see that CG is replaced with AA. First one it was CG, now it is AA. Right. So this is how we can perform the data replacement operation. Then You can use cat method and specify the separator. I think this will helps to concat. Okay, this is not cat. I don't think so. There is a method called cat. So if I copy these on the next line and if I press the tab button, okay, so there is a method called cat. I'm not sure how the definition. I'm not getting the definition. That's the issue. Otherwise, it will be very easy to see the definitions. Okay, let me. So for this, it is working for those methods, meaning that it is not working for str kind of methods. Okay, so this is not working on str, but yes. So if you pass separator parameter here, if you want to see the definition, what you can do is you can go for these documentation. It is always better to read the documentation. That will give us a more precise idea instead of looking. If you are familiar with this uh, methods and all, and if you are just quickly looking for the solution, you can Google it. But it is always better while learning to refer the documentation. Okay, working with text data, if I select this, so here you can see that it will give me the lots of methods. And if I say cat method, even here I can search a cat. If I say cat, so str.cat, I wanted to find series.str.cat. Okay, this is what the method I'm going to refer. So parameters, you can see that others, nothing, separator, none, and NA replacement if you want to perform, and left join. Okay, so this is how the method works. So here you can read what you should pass. So any other data frame or index or end array or list, like you can pass as an other. So this is used to concatenate a string in a series or index with the given separator. Okay, so what I'm going to do is, let's say if I use the cat method. If I use the cat method, I will say other. Other is equal to, I'm going to pass this star 4 star. Okay. What is the separator? So separator is, let's say, hyphen. Right. And this is going to concatenate this with the customer ID. And if I run this, okay, let's say string method that cats got an unexpected keyword argument, others, it should be others. Okay, so what is the parameter now? Let's see. Others, and what I passed here, here it is others I passed. Okay, but still, if this is not a keyword argument, that is positional argument, I think. That's why. Okay, so did you mean to supply a sep keyword? Yes, I mean to pass a separator. Let me pass that in the double quotation. Or let me avoid this. Let's see what it does for me. Okay, no, I don't want to say this. Okay. So if I see the use, this is what my series cat and then save. Okay. So how this works? So this method works. This is not joining the values of two columns. Okay, this is going to join the values of the all the values of that series with specified separator. I think this is how it works. So I should pass only this. Okay. So what it is going to do is it is going to separate the each customer ID. Each customer ID. with specified the separator. Okay, so this is how it works. So this is not a concatenate, this is concatenating the string in the series or index with a given separator. So entire column values will get concatenated as a single string using this method. So that's why we need a documentation to understand what it means and how it works. So like this, we have lots of methods. So if you want to split something by using a character and all, so we can perform the that kind of operation also. So now if I say split, okay, and if I run, so what it is going to split, it is not going to split anything, but let me search for the method called split. Split str dot split, and a pattern you can pass if you want to pass str or compiled regression. Okay, so string or regular expression to split on. If not specified, split on white space. Okay, so split you can pass by using which character you can split. So here I can say by using hyphen we can split. And now it will create the list of items, right? And if you want to get the one of them, you can simply say 0. Okay. So now you have to go through the entire series. Okay. So instead of df customer, this is again sitting as a list. So you can export this, but then you need to handle this differently. You need to store these list items here. And if I say x is equal to, so this will work like this, so like a nested list. Then you can apply the loop and perform the separation operation. So that is easy when you work with the columns and all, whenever you try to create a new column. Okay, so now next method is contains. You can check the you can pass the substring and check the contents. Then you can take the count of specific number of characters by using count, and then value count. You can pass the value, and then you can even check whether the string is alphanumeric or only alphabetic, or it is a digit, or it is a space only. So like this, we have lots of methods to perform as and when required. What you can do is you can simply search the method and use the method. Okay, so now let's say I have a datetime data. So if you want to work with the datetime data, what you can do is you can go and the way we have text data, working with text data, similarly we can have the time series or date functionality, right? So now here also you can use the datetime data to perform this kind of operation. So if you want to extract the year, month, quarter, so like this you can extract, but the very easiest way is that if I say df of order date, okay, so this is what my column. If I run this, and then there is something called the for text data there is a attribute called str. For datetime data there is attribute called dt. So dt dot year, so this will give me the year, the year for the entire column. Now, similarly, you can pass for the month, day. But let's say what you want to do is you want to extract and convert the data into the specific format. So I want 3-digit name. So I will pass %b. Okay. So you will get that. So if I say %d hyphen %b hyphen %y. So this is the notation that used for the different purposes. I will show you how this works. So date, 3-digit month, or 3-character month, I can say, and then year is what we will get. So if your data is not in the text date time format, what you can do is you can use to date time function to pass your data. And once your data is sitting in the date time format, you can apply these many, okay, by using strf method. If you use the dt.strf, you can pass these many to extract the specific information. If you want to extract the full weekday name, you will be able to use a abbreviated weekday name, short name, full month name, abbreviated month names, the small b is used. So like this, for a year, y is used, month number, m is used. For day, d is used, right? And then hours, minutes, seconds, h, s, m, kind of abbreviations used to extract the part of string. And even we can directly have the attributes the way I used here to extract the year. Right? So this is how we can perform the operations, and we can change the existing data which is sitting in some another or unwanted format, so we can get the useful data from that and then perform the analysis. So I hope you like the entire series of pandas, and thank you so much for watching the video. Have a nice day. Happy learning. Please do not forget to subscribe webcam.